Hey, I wanted to do a more proper review of this figure, this buildable figure. If you want to see the actual building of this figure, you have to go to my live stream from Wednesday, March the 5th, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I do want you to know that what this figure offers and what you might have to deal with. Now, I got a single figure blind box. Didn't know what was coming in it. Thankfully, I got this particular figure. There's other figures. There's 4 gold cloth figures in this set. Now, this is not blockies, but it is very similar to blockies. So let's first off see what we're talking about when we talk about this company. And it's not a KO as in K letter O. It is KO as in Kayou. All right, so this is the shining cloth. This is the Saint Seiya. And this is the, what this comes with are these little sprues. And you have to pop them out and put it together. This is how you assemble the figure. So it is very similar to blockies. If you've ever made blockies, which you can see in the background, I've definitely made some blockies. And here is the card that he comes with, telling you this is Leo. I think in the video I said it was Sagittarius, but no, it's Leo. They do very much look alike in the face, but all right. He also comes with some gripping hands, but there's nothing for him to grip, so I put the fist on mine. Let's bring him up to where you can see what I'm talking about here. Now, in this particular figure, you put him together, and when you're finished, let's see, I got a ruler back here. And you're like, what? That's a ruler. It looks like a surfer. Yep, I've had this for a long, long time. All right, he stands about, over 4.5 inches, probably more like 4 3/4 inches. Let me back out a little bit so you won't be like pressed to see it. And for centimeters, he stands about 11.5 centimeters tall. All right, so I figure that this would be a good way to keep this one because I don't do that many 12-inch or above 6 inches. All right, so this is the base he comes with. Unfortunately, the card does not go to the base. I was hoping that it did. There's a smooth spot right here, which I thought would have a sticker, but mine didn't come with a sticker that I'm aware of. There are places in the front of his foot that he would attach to this base in case you want him to stand on it. You might even be able to put his name on right there. There's a lot of things that I feel like they could have done. They could have put a sticker for his name and a place for his card or something. But that's also something Blockies doesn't do. And I always think, well, you know, you could do a little bit more, maybe. But do I want to pay more? Don't know. He doesn't really need it to stand. He does have full articulation. In his head, he's got a point up here of a ball joint and a ball joint down below it at the bottom of his neck. It's very wobbly on my particular one. These, they go up and down, but I'm a little bit afraid they're going to pop off because trying to get the cape on, it was back and forth. The back of the cloth cape is white. That's not a hole in it. It's just something black I got on it. And the inside is blue, and this is the way they show you to put it on the blue side going forward. He's got a double barbell joint in his, where his chest to his shoulder is. So you can make him, if he had no armor on, you can make him do the shrugging shoulders. He's got a swivel joint right inside here where that connects the top part and the bottom part around this golden piece. And be careful. See, I told you something's going to fall off. This is the only problem I have with these is these little things, they can fall off fairly easy. So you don't, this is not something, it looks like it would give it to a child, but I don't think I would. They would probably get frustrated because they're going to constantly make things fall off. All right, it is something you can pose. It's a little bit better than a actual model kit, even though technically I guess it is a model kit. He's got swivel right here, and his fist, as you can tell, are on a ball joint. So there is some movement like this. Now he has a joint up here and a joint down here, but the joint at the bottom of his stomach is left to right. And when you try to do anything, these skirt pieces fall off fairly easily. And that's another thing I hate. I was hoping, and I don't know, I haven't bought a Blockies one yet for this series. I just wanted to see what this was like. But I do plan on getting the Blockies. I just plan on getting the whole blocks of Blockies. I do hope they have a way of figuring out how to not have this happen. I hope this is not a problem with the Blockies one. The right and the left skirt pieces are exactly the same. Now the front's got a seeing eye of Anubis or whatever, and the back does not. So just in case it falls apart in your hands. The front and the back were the easiest things to fall apart on me when I was putting it together. Otherwise, he would have a ball joint right here, and also where the two different blue pieces of plastic are, that's actually two pieces of plastic. So he does have a thigh swivel. Trying to be very careful so I don't make anything bounce off. He's got double joints in his knees, so you can bend. As you can tell, the kneecap is floating. Now, these come pre-built, which is interesting because they're not like blockies where you have to build the kneecaps. The feet are almost exactly like blockies. They're a little peg into a ball joint on his feet. So he's, of course, got ankle rockers, if I can get it to move. And yes, you're not seeing things. He does have a darker gold, more like a copper, with his more, or like a brass, I guess. Not quite that dark as a copper. But yeah, there is a light gold and a darker, more brass-looking gold. So he does have articulation in his legs. But if you try to bring that leg up, that happens. And I do hope Blocky's figured out a way, because I know with Blockies, they figured out a way for the, well, not him, but some of the common riders have shoulder pads, and the shoulder pads actually go on the shoulders instead of the torso. It goes on the arm piece. I hope Blockies has figured out a way to make this work so that you don't have to worry about the skirt popping off so easy. They may even make it, you know, I don't know. Like I said, this is one of the things I'm a little bit afraid to buy the Blockies. This was about $7 and some change, like $7.25 maybe, for a single boxed figure that I didn't know what I was getting when I got it midnight. Sorry, my cat's over there. She's like, well, he's doing something. I can do what I want to do. When I bought it, I didn't know what I was going to get, though. So you can be getting something that, if you don't like the female figure or the guy figure that looks like a plain jeans, you know, and a red shirt guy, unless you know about what I'm talking about, you won't, you know, with the I think it's a Kira with a baby Athena. I don't know. This is what you would most likely like to get. Now, again, for $7 shipped, not $7 plus shipping, no, $7 shipped. Now, it may have been because I had some other things that I bought to make it $10. Usually it's $10 for shipping. So here he is compared to, like, say, the 2.5-inch Sonic the Hedgehog figure. And here he is next to Aquaman from the what is it called? It just completely went out of my brain. But it's not the Mattel stuff, and it's not the McFarlane stuff. It's the other one. The one that makes the little dogs. I can't think of what it's called. Here he is beside of a Fortnite figure. So if he didn't have such a big head, he would actually look like he blends in with that scale. Here he is beside of a Zartan from the 25th anniversary series of G.I. Joe, which is my favorite G.I. Joe, of course. Here he is beside of my favorite super articulate, I guess, a Micro Man figure. And they are 8 centimeters tall, in case you're like, oh, I don't know how big those are. Here he is next to another Sonic figure. This is also one of my favorites. And here he is next to Edison, which is one of the Super Micro Man, which is 8 centimeters tall. So I just want to give you an idea of what he looks like with other figures, so you can decide, is this going to go in your collection, or would you rather get the Blockies? Again, when I get the Blockies, I'll definitely do another comparison, because I want to see if their heads are smaller, which I don't mind the big heads. It gives them a very anime look to them. But if you are more like you'd rather have smaller heads, more human looking, then I think the Blockies may go better. But I have not bought one, because, you know, when you get Transformers, which are Blockies, like here's a Blockies. When you get Transformers, you get something a little bit smaller head and a little bit more adult looking, I guess you can say. Shoulders are a little bit bigger on him, but the head is much smaller, which makes him look smaller. And he's 4 centimeters. And then you also have I should have pulled him off his stand. Here is the Spidey and Friends Iron Man. I just wanted to see how much. I thought he was going to be on the same body as the regular ones, and I don't have the regular body of him, but after getting this, I was like, no, he is way bigger, way bigger. And it's mostly just his head is bigger, but they're about the same shoulder height, but then, of course, his head's actually bigger than his. So depends on what you want in your collection, but if this helps you, I hope you leave me a comment. Let me know if you can. If you have any reference, like if you have both this and Blockies, I would love to hear what you have to think, because I do plan to order them, but I'm not made of money, and I know you're not either. That's why I'm helping you make that decision for yourself. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.